It happened, guys. I got pulled over by the police. I went past the police car with the Twizy with all its wheels hanging out, and then there was another copper standing further up, and he directed me and a bunch of other cars into this recreation park thing. There was so many police officers in that car park, I can't even tell you. And they've kind of done this big setup where they had VOSA, Vehicle Inspection Agency, which is the thing in the UK. They kind of check cars out for compliance and stuff like that. I think they check like emissions and things like that. But there was a lot of big heavy goods vehicles and all this other stuff. And then the Twizy. So at this point, part of me is thinking, crap, I've got the wheels hanging out the side of the car, there's no fenders or wheel arches on there at this point, and I'm just thinking, are they going to say something about that and this could turn into a nightmare? But they went over the car. More of them were just interested in the car, to be honest. They were just interested in finding more out, and some of them even wanted to sit in it. I mean, one of the police officers come over and he was over the other side with some guy in a Lotus, and he said, oh, this is getting more attention than the Lotus over there. So it's just really funny how the Twizy kind of gets all this attention. You know, I've had some sports cars and stuff in my time and nothing gets attention like this. But yeah, they just checked the car over, they looked over it and were just more interested in asking questions about, you know, what's the range, how far does it go on a charge, and you know, how fast does it go. But generally, they just loved the car and they didn't say a thing about any of this wheel arch and the wheels hanging out. So there you go, guys, all the people in the comments saying this, it's MOT failures, all this sort of stuff. Well, if it don't get pulled up there, I don't think it's going to get pulled up anywhere, to be honest. But anyway, that aside, I will be putting arches on the car because the spray, you know, if it's actually hammering down with rain, then I think, you know, the spray is going to get, you know, it's going to get a bit too much. So anyway, wheel arches are going to happen. I've spoke to somebody who makes wheel arches. They do like a lot of custom mouldings and stuff, can get very, very expensive, but he has got arches which they use on Caterhams and Westfields, that sort of stuff. So I think there's something that will fit on the Twizy. Nice gel coat looking things. I think they're 13 or 15 inch. Anyway, we're going to get some samples to see what they look like. If anyone else wants to do it, then I'll show you what I've done and how to do it, or you know, where to get them from as well. I've got something interesting to show you guys. Firstly, nice bit of bedtime reading. This is all about the Twizy battery management system, specifically this one, which is a complete replacement for the Twizy BMS. More information on all this will be in another video because it's too much to put in this one. This one's not even meant to be about this, but I had to show you guys. So yeah, this was designed by a guy called Pascal Rip. There's like a bit of an open source thing going on with this Twizy BMS. There's been a lot of work on it, like there's Arduino versions of it you can get. Go and check out Twizy if you're interested in this stuff. Go and check out Twizy Forum Germany, just type that in Google, it should come up. So yeah, I won't go too much detail with this, but here is something else as well, which is this rather nice harness lead, which actually goes and connects to the main part of the Twizy. So effectively this harness would go in a battery box with this. There's a bunch of other connectors you've got to make, and obviously you need cells and everything else to go with the battery. So this is the start of something which is going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to put this in the battery box that's in the Twizy at the moment, you know, because there's nothing wrong with the battery that's in my Twizy at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to make a new battery. So if you're interested in big batteries for the Twizy, stay tuned because this is going to start to get interesting. I can't resist saying more about this because it's quite exciting. So the BMS, the Twizy BMS, can actually be accessed over CAN bus. So how cool is that? You can just plug this into the diagnostic port of the car. Once this is installed in the car, you can then talk to this via a laptop and a program. So you can actually program this BMS up and find out all the stats about the battery and stuff. Look, it is just really, really awesome. So there you go, here's a rundown of the actual app that you can use on Windows to configure the BMS. Right, we've got some wheel arches, guys. Look at these, pretty nice. So that's the front one and that's the rear one. They're slightly wider on the back than on the front. Let's hold them up to the Twizy and see what they look like. Pretty smart, pretty smart. I'm not sure the angle, I'm not sure the exact angle to put these. I might have to sort of play around with this, have a look at some pictures and see. I mean, they are slightly bigger than obviously a 13-inch wheel. You know, it's not going to kind of hug the wheel exactly all the way around, but I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad. I love the finish on them though. It's like a gel coat. It's really nice. Looks really tidy actually. So now I've got to figure out how to get them onto the existing brackets, which he sent me back. Let's cut the old guards off, so it's going to be a bit of a mission. So blooming awesome with these wheels. Right, well that was fun. So I've been looking at these wheel arches again. I don't think it's going to be as easy as I thought. I wanted to put it in this video, but it looks like it's going to be a bit more complicated because A, they are 15-inch ones, so the curve of them doesn't quite fit the curve of the actual bracket itself. I think it'll work, but I just might have to kind of space them out or something like that. Also, the brackets on the original Twizy guards are really long, so I'm going to have to cut them down. Other problem is, on the fronts, they're rubbing. Like I don't know. There's a minimal gap, but I think I'm gonna have to grind a bit off of them. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a job. So I'm gonna have to look at that and see what I can do, and then fix them on, and then I can give you a rundown of what I've actually done. But the guards look really good. The fenders look nice. I may leave them as they are. I may maybe carbon cover them or something. Carbon fibre film cover them. I may do that. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. As usual, subscribe, do the usual stuff. Thumbs up if you like the video. Turn the notifications on if you're a new subscriber as well. Make sure you get those notifications of the videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.